Jaima. Today we are going to listen to the sixth chapter of Roaring Silence, The Yellow Knicker and the Mystic Hug. It was Chingamasam, the month between August and September. Onam is very near. Usually these days, one Chettiar, a wandering hawker from nearby state of Tamil Nadu, used to visit our village with bundles of clothes. Onam being a very special and main event for Keralites, they purchase new clothes, renovate or do some beautification for their houses, etc. And as I wrote in one of the previous episodes, we in our family was facing a very big financial crisis and was difficult for the family to see the both ends to meet. But me, as a childish boy, not expected to have knowledge of these intricacies as a natural disposition. But when maturity sets in, it flashes inside. That is what the point I would like to make here. How that first instance of sensing the feeling of others I got, or the first episode of a maturity. This year also, as usual, the Chettiar, known as Lakshman Pillai, arrived with his bundles of new clothes. Whenever such people who thrive by exploiting upon the weakness of children and the dilemma of parents, it is a delight for children, a pathetic plight for poor parents when such hawkers visit or pass through the street. Innocent children sweeping around them, and these fellows, for the dismay of parents, start exciting the children. This habit, unknowingly developed by the tactics of greedy businessmen, remain with every one of us till death. Actually, it is a commercial trap in which every one of us get trapped today. Children used to get a new set of clothes during Onam, as it was presumably mandatory, and every parent naturally want to see their loved ones wear new clothes. Lakshman Pillai dropped himself straight at my mother's sister's house, just near to my house. Say one courtyard divides both the houses, and started displaying the entire art of his exploiting the sentimental weakness of children and parents. Standing on the veranda of my house, I saw in the hands of my cousin sister Amini a beautiful new frock, and alas, she came to me showing her new frock with hilarity in her face. My elder sister, who was 2 years elder than me, was also standing there. She and me both were also expecting equally that both of us too will get new clothes today. So now, this fellow understood from our face that we innocent children have fallen prey of his tactics, came to our house to encash it. By the time Lakshman Pillai opened his bundle and started showing his stock of clothes or can of worries. From my childhood itself, I liked yellow color. My eyes stopped at a yellow knicker that he was having in his stock. I thought nothing, and in a flash of a moment, I laid my hand over and I rather grabbed it up. First, she gave me a lesson in discipline. It did not go down my throat. My mother told me, even now I remember the distress that was in her voice in refusing due to object poverty, to keep it back, and told we will purchase it in Lakshman Pillai's next visit. I was not ready to accept her bleeding pleas. My sister was not in a hurry to select anything, but I was adamant that I must get it right now. I saw her head hung out of her painful inability to fulfill the desire of her loved one. My mother went inside the kitchen and called upon Gauri, the maidservant at my house. They were talking something which was not clear to me. My mother came out and asked Lakshman Pillai, "What is the price of the knicker?" It was only 1 rupee and 4 anna. Gauri appeared in few minutes and gave the amount needed in my mother's hand. Thus I got the yellow knicker, decked my hand, and happily shown it to my sister with gait and glee. But the poor girl's heart was otherwise, not able to enjoy her brother's achievement. Her face hung and sunk in despair and was dull, as she could not get a new cloth. That even though I was extremely happy to get my desire fulfilled, the face of desperate sister took my heart, and it is green even today. My happiness started vanishing. I thought I had committed a sin. It was wrenching my heart. Added to that in the evening when my eldest sister told me that my mother sold 4 coconuts to arrange the required amount, the 1 rupee and 4 anna. She instructed me not to be adamant for such things without knowing the situation, and not to put our parents to suffer, and I have to inquire that whether money is available at home or not. It touched me. That day I saw a boy becoming man. I felt my eyes wet for my sister's disappointment. I felt she was more entitled for this than me. My best mood of getting a new knicker, that even in yellow, which I liked very much, had gone to hell. It was a regret for lifetime. It is the first time I started feeling the sense of responsibility, a feeling of love for others, which is a sign for the dawn of maturity in a child. All along, for the first time, sense of love and concern for also one's co-born also I felt, as the face of my younger sister on seeing my knicker was in front of me. I kept quiet for some time, and with a guilty conscience, I kept that knicker in a small wooden box where I used to keep my book, pencil, and even my kurka, the mud bank. A strong feeling worth mentioning engulfed me, which prevented me to wear the knicker. Rather, it looked like a mountain of foolishness. So I was not at all in a humor to wear it on Onam Day. So the Onam, the beginning of the year, began with me a new beginning. In the middle of the day, my mother saw me in old knicker and asked, "Why didn't you wear the new one?" I said with a sinking voice of shame, "Ma, my heart did not accept, for I have hurt my sister. So until she too gets a new frock of her liking, I will not touch it. I beg sorry, Ma, for my foolishness. I swear I will not do it any more." I wept shagging and touched her feet. On hearing this, she took me in her bosom. I even today feel that priceless warmth of love, special reward of love, worth 1,000 lives. That hug, the experience is so deep in me and planted a deep kiss on my forehead, and all purifying pearls of love ran from my eyes over my head. And as the first impactful memory of my foolishness or ignorance or start of working of faculty of maturity, I kept the knicker well packed in a piece of newspaper in that wooden box. And love for such things gone from my mind once and for all. I remember even it was with me till my 10th class, then I am not sure where it had gone. I might have forgotten about it. Even now, whenever I see an yellow cloth, I remember the mistake I have committed. It is the end of chapter 6. When our hearts start to feel the pain of others as our own, then there sprouts the buds of maturity. Here, the maturity is not the usual mental development in accordance with the society. It is about feeling the pain of others as one's own. It is the maturity into divine. If you found this video helpful, please do share with your family and friends. Chapter 7 will be released next Sunday. Jai Ma.